classes. So today in our soft skill chapter, let's see what we get to know.
Start a new topic of soft skill, that is dressing formal and casual. So how to dress formally and casually? Let us begin. So in first we are going to know what is the dressing sense is all about. So what is dressing sense we will know in this chapter. Then what are the types of dressings are there. Then we will know what are the do's and don'ts while you are dressing, and the fourth will be importance of dressing. So let's begin. So first question is, what is dressing sense? So what is dressing sense? Dressing sense is nothing but common way to what to wear at what time. Suppose in what environment. Suppose for example you are in a home and you are wearing a tie, a pant and a formal coat. That is known as like improper dressing. So when we wear tie, shirt and a pant and a coat, that is during any kind of formal appearance of yourself. Formal appearance means suppose you are any kind of office meeting or interview, you would like to wear that kind of dress. But when you are in your home, you will rather like to wear pajama or anything which is very comfy. Then the classification of this dressing basically depends on the formality and on the time of the day. It depends on the environment. First we got to know. Next is what time you are wearing that dress. The timing is important, and what purpose or what occasion you are wearing, that is that depends how you should dress. So the timing of is very important when you are dressing yourself. Then comes the environment at which you are wearing your dress. Suppose you are going to work for any kind of NGO and you are going to visit any kind of village. So at that time obviously you are not going to wear your best suit or your best dress. At that time you will rather prefer to wear a jeans and a proper t-shirt or a kurti or a pajama sort of thing. Next come, even the dressing sense depend on the nationality also. Suppose the national dress, like the formal dress of India can be, you can see as in the picture, our Narendra Modi is wearing a coat as well as a kurta. But whereas the other president of Russia is wearing a formal coat with a tie and a shirt. So over here both the persons are wearing their formal dress, but it depends on their nationality what formal dress code is. So now we got to know what is dressing sense. Then the next topic is varieties in dressing sense. So there are three varieties of dressing sense, that is formal, semi-formal and casual or informal dressing. So what is formal? Formals are general type of dressing clothing, like clothing wear, which we prefer to wear during our wedding or any kind of organizational or schools or college. That kind of dressing is known as formal dressing. So formal dressing is for formal social events. So when we wear a formal dress, like suppose a child or a children is going to a school, so at that time the dress code that they wear is known as formal dressing. They wear a tie, they wear a shirt, they wear a skirt. So that kind of dressing is known as formal dressing. As you can see in the picture, as I have said earlier, formal dressing can also depend on your nationality. Over here you can see where a couple is wearing a bow and a tie, like a bow and a coat and a shirt, and a lady is wearing a red dress, whereas Priyanka Chopra on a national event is wearing a sari. So both of them are wearing their formal dress, but according to their nationality. So nationality also depends on their formal wear. So we got to know about this. Next is like semi-formal dressing. So what is semi-formal dressing? Semi-formal dressing, as you can see over here, Barack Obama and Prince, they are sitting, as well as you can see Queen Katie Winslet. She is also wearing a semi-formal dress. Semi-formal dress is a dress code which is between formal dressing sense and informal dressing sense. It is between that. Like suppose you wear a shirt, a iron shirt and a pant and a shoe, but you didn't wear a tie or a coat or a vest jacket. That kind of dressing sense is known as the semi-formal dress. Or you wear a palazzo with a decent dress is known as the semi-formal dress. And this kind of dressing can be wear during the events which is probably scheduled during evening, or maybe any kind of theater night, whether you are going to watch a movie or something like that. So at that time we do a semi-formal dressing sort of thing. So what is informal or casual dress? As you can see in the picture, it is a picture of Prince William's family. Those who like the person, like they have went for a holiday. So in a holiday we are definitely not going to wear our ties and a pant or a pencil skirt. At that time we'd like to wear something which is very comfy, very easy to wear and according to the environment. So they are wearing a jeans and a shirt and a normal skirt, casual boots. So this is referred to as everyday wear, that the wearing which we do for everyday, not for any particular occasion, but for everyday purpose. So for everyday we like, especially during any kind of like social occasion, suppose we are going for holidays or maybe some visit nearby, or maybe anything like that, or like everyday wear. So those kind of everyday wear or everyday life stuff clothing is known as casual or informal dressing. Next is, what are the do's and don'ts while dressing? It's a very important thing. When you dress up yourself, what should be the things which you should keep in your mind? Success is in detail. So why the point is said as success is in detail? Suppose you're wearing a formal dress code with your proper pencil skirt with a shirt in it, or like something just like air hostess. And success is in detail means your shirt should be ironed, your skirt should be properly ironed, your nails must be very important, must be cleaned, and it should be filed and shaped properly. You should tie your hair in a proper manner, not like indecent or like open, very neat and clean. And for the boys, the shirt, the ties, the pant, the coat should be properly ironed, their hairs must be properly combed, and they should have also a proper nail cut. So success is in detail. So your each and every detail points out how well dressing sense you have. Second is personal appearance. So what is personal appearance? Dressing sense is nothing but whatever you carry. Your character shows your dressing sense. Your behaviors, like your behavior can be glanced by the people by the way you dress. So whatever your personality is, you should dress according to it. Suppose your personal appearance is very shabby. Shabby means your hair may be untidy, or your dress might not be clean. That gives a presence of like you are not prepared for anything, that particular event, or you are not in a good mood. So personal appearance is very important. Whatever you want to, suppose you want to go for an interview, right? So your appearance should be like you are very much looking forward to that interview. How will you make the other person feel so? You will able to make them feel so by giving a proper neat and clean appearance in front of them. Neat and clean means your shirt, your dress, whatever you are wearing should be proper in that proper sense. Appearance is everything. It is always said, it is a very famous quote in India that पहले दर्शनधारी फिर गुण विचारी. So first comes your appearance, then comes your abilities. So first you have to see for what, like your appearance shows everything. So if you are going for any kind of formal event or any kind of particular event or anything like that, you do not need to have a heavy jewelry or cosmetic or something like that, but your appearance, whatever dress you are wearing, you should be able to carry. That is how you should dress and should not dress. I have a simple example for you. Like suppose you are going for an interview, what should be your do's and what should not be your don'ts. The don'ts, it's like if you see a lady in a yellow t-shirt and a capri pant, and in your right and in your left hand side you can see a lady with a pencil skirt and a coat and a white shirt. This is what do's. The lady on the right, like left hand side, shows quite clean, quite confident, and quite like perfect focused. But as the appearance of the right hand lady seems to be more as in vacation mood than as interview attire. So I guess you got the do's and don'ts of your dressing. So after knowing about what is dressing sense, what types are there, and what are the do's and don'ts, so why it is important to focus on your dressing sense? Because dressing sense give you a communication. Dressing sense is a way of communication through which a people can interact before doing any kind of before they speak. Their dressing sense speaks to the people. That is why it is very important when you choose a color, when you choose a dressing sense, it shows how how you want to interact with person, how important that person is to you. Fashion is not the important thing, but the dressing sense. Dressing sense means like clean, at what environment you are wearing and what nationality. So it is very important because dressing sense gives a communicate to the people. Okay, so your clothes tells a story about you. It tells a story what you are, what are you focusing on, how happy you are, or how much interested you are in to the person you are going to meet. So it is not all about actor and actresses of the movie or their air hostess who should see their dress, what they are wearing, but also you. Exactly, the you are also very important. Every person in this earth should be very much focused on what they are wearing, because it communicates, it tells the stories about you. If you want to show that your work is clean, sharp, and to the point, it will be shown by the first thing, that is how the way you dress. If your dress is shabby and not ironed and not tucked in or like very casual, so they will also feel like maybe you are a very casual person and you do not focus on your work properly. So keep in your mind before while you are dressing from the next time. So that's all for today. I hope you liked my slides as well as my teaching pattern. If you like the video, please share and subscribe to my channel.